I'm gonna put my link too. I'm gonna see how that works. This is the first time I put my link to my YouTube on an Instagram post. Um, yeah, but it's a reflector, y'all. You feel me? Hey, shout out to Mysterio. You feel me? Shout out to Soul Samurai. It usually be iffy. It depends. But my girl in the back, my bitch in the back, real good camera quality. I got the mini on me right now. The mini green iPhone is clean, sitting clean. Yeah, shout out to Soul Samurai and this bitch. Uh, Look at this shit, man. I had fucking entered like a talent, or not a talent show, but like basically like an acting thing. And basically these niggas be texting me and shit. They be wanting me to enter like a Zoom and shit, and the whole time it's like some scam shit where you just sit there and listen like a fucking lecture and somehow they get paid. But anyway, like I said, man, it's the reflector here to reflect what most choose to neglect, what you choose to neglect, the people in this chat don't choose to neglect. Look, this is the difference between the subconscious and the conscious, or the conscious mind versus the subconscious mind, because I think that's what I titled it. So we all got to get an understanding where we always hear talk about fucking substitute for your actual conscious mind, because subconscious and conscious is just the sub without the conscious. You feel me? So it's like, if subconscious is like a sub, like a teacher, you feel me? Substitute teachers for what usually is going on. So subconscious is what's there as a form of what's always going on in the first place, for you even to see a mind, or I mean not see a mind, but like see reality, or like process with your brain. It comes from your subconscious. A lot of people are confused with subconscious being like a form of like the conscious mind without even saying it. A lot of people say the subconscious is almost like, hold on, I'm gonna relocate. Fuck all this shit. Fuck all this shit. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Weak ass beast. All right, look. The subconscious mind, like I said, is just something as a substitute. I need to go in a cooler part because I forget that the car holds heat. But anyway, the subconscious mind is a substitute, or lay down, lay down. Just relocating, y'all. Give me a second. Subconscious mind is something you run to as a past or something that you come from type of energy. Like, we all need to know our past to know where we're going. And so a lot of times people tie the subconscious mind to something that was done to you, as far as how you were brought up, if you know what I mean. So it's like a secondhand thing where everything you're experiencing is secondhand. Everything you're experiencing in front of you is something after the fact you developed your subconscious mind. Hey, come here. Oh. Because technically you would think hearing subconscious mind means something that came second, when really it came first. Subconscious is just something you develop without what like, not without, but it's something you developed over time before you even had a sense of yourself right now, or you developed your brain, or your brain got developed. Stay, baby. It's okay. Okay, stay. So, dealing with your subconscious, it's been looked at like it's something that is after the fact that you have experienced something, but it's actually something that we've always experienced before we had a conscious mind, because it takes what came on the inside for you to project anything on the outside. We can all sit here and make it seem like we fucking spawned here somehow, but that's, in reality, we all know that's not what happened, because we had to develop, And the development and subconscious is basically one and the same what I'm explaining. So the development of the subconscious and what leads to the conscious mind and what leads to your reality situations or scenarios or like the things in front of you. Not like you're some magic, how magic has been seen where you can snap your fingers and yeah, it's in front of you. No. More like something that you have to trace, something you have to trace or use your logic to or comprehend or point at, make points on stuff that is hard to basically encapsulate or to keep hold of, which is energy and which is flow, or which is tides or phases or moon reflections where or experiences you go through based on the saga you're in. Shout out to Dragon Ball Z, the video game. Based on the saga you in is gonna base what the fuck you're really even into at the moment, because we all know that we have close planets or close influence, close worlds, and then we have distant planets. So it just depends what you as an individual cling to or utilize or idolize or want or need, whatever. But the subconscious mind is always first. It's just something that you develop where it's not quite, you can see it, but you can only see it because you know this is your memory, your past, your accumulation, your what other word? Like I said, development, your adolescent, all of that shit. But it's not really adolescent as a human, more like adolescent as incarnating into the process or getting into the process of developing what you're even using as a fuel, using as a source to pump your reality. Where do you think you're getting your thoughts to even get up in the morning from? Yourself. So you obtain your own thoughts based on what you're vibing in the moment, and you accumulate, and that becomes a part of you. Not that that is you, it's more like a part of you. So a part of you is something you're using. I use my hand. It's not me. If I cut it off, it's still here. You get it? So the subconscious mind is carved out based on your state of being from a process of, you know, journey that you've been on, based on, like I said, how you as a spirit can represent yourself using a thought and feelings or direction and fuel of that direction or light, and then the world that the light is traveling inside of. You know what I mean? It's all kind of ways to interpret this, but it's coming to the fact that that's your subconscious, and you can't quite point at it. And everybody got different subconsciouses, but if you want to look at it like this, I'm gonna make a video about this too. I'm gonna say the planet's subconscious. Yeah, because we all experience some subconscious trauma based on really some shit that we ain't have no goddamn parts of. That's the thing. So it's like you got, but if you don't know that the subconscious isn't something that came after you was born and you just went through certain things because you think you spawned here somehow with all these parts of you, all this blood flow, all of this certain types of shit that you have that others don't, unless you tie family, but you know you're not exactly like all your family even. When you get beyond that shit, or if you want to, you know, use that, you'll start realizing, well, goddamn, like, I'm in the process of doing what we all do, and it's not like I just fell here out of nowhere, or my existence is justified based on something I'm visualizing that I think or that I believe to be what brought me here. No. It's not none of that shit. That's what we was taught to kind of, or that's what we was programmed. That's what we were subconsciously engraved in to think something came before to justify us. That will lead to you not being responsible for anything until it counts. AKA, God is actually always here. Any possibility can make you can make anything happen. So the shit that's already been planted here, you would think is a safe haven or like a reality or something like that. But God will show you, no, 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 that's not true. Because you can see examples of other people. Not even that. You can see example from your goddamn self. But, the conscious mind is what we all get lost into because we're like, okay, you can develop a whole lot of shit. Okay, and this is without knowing too, but we always developing shit and we're putting sight on it or we're trying to visualize the shit. So then from there, you only visualizing based on your feeling, aka the darkness came first, aka it's black hole, then or nothingness first, and then it was the goddamn Big Bang Theory. You know what I'm saying? That type of interpretation where it's like, or God made there be light, right? So that means it had to be darkness first. So it's just to say, your subconscious is what, or the darkness, or the feminine energy, or the world you're in, or the pull you have, the tides you bring, the metaphysical is all what fuel the actual consciousness that you're living, which means whatever emotion you're actually traveling with, or what aura you're holding, what estrogen you're holding, is based on what you're gonna visualize, like what you're gonna see from that. So that means what experiences you're gonna be having based on your soul. So your soul puts yourself in an environment amongst others, no matter if you see this or not, is metaphysical or quantum field, whatever you want to say, and that's how you basically manifest from there. No matter if I put an interpretation on it or not, that's what happens, period. So instead of looking at it as into examples and creating something new, instead of looking at it as into examples and creating something new, that's such a subtle subconscious program to worship that became before. Yeah. Man, I don't know what Trey, man, your ass gotta elaborate, man, because Jesus Christ, I don't know what you mean. But it's like I know what you mean, but I'm taking it the wrong way. But this just proves that it's the subconscious, then the conscious, or not even that. But I do believe it is the subconscious first, of course, if we're looking at it in that context, because it's not like you just somehow came here and then you develop things after. Yeah, you develop afterward things, but the afterward things you came to was based on where you're around, what you're into for you to be around that, and then what you kind of find morale from that, and then you basically just start constructing a whole bunch of shit that might lead to whether you be more into the conscious or more into the subconscious, you feel me? But just yeah. So conscious mind is basically what Mysterio was trying to say. Look at this bird. So what Mysterio was trying to say, which is, bruh, like you start creating a conscious mind, but you also created the subconscious mind. You also be creating the subconscious mind. So it's all creation and it's all subtle and simultaneous, but the subconscious mind is a substitute for the conscious mind, but it's because we're so lost or into the light form and formaha or death, so we don't see or we don't care to see what's behind, and that's what is the actual development of what even came to be that. But if you get lost into the subconscious, you'll be too far on one end. If you get lost into the conscious, aka what you see, you'll get lost into the other end. So you'll be either like an ace, or you'll be like infinite waters. Even though he logical, but he's too lost into knowing that, oh, there's a subconscious realm, basically. So then you get lost. Or even me. I kind of got lost into the subconscious realm just as a nature. I still do. So it's just to let you know that the subconscious ain't the end all be all, but you can put awareness on the subconscious. That's the thing. That's how everything is simultaneous. You can put the subconscious awareness on a conscious awareness, or you can put consciousness on the subconscious. But that's how you know verses. That's how verses actually go. It goes back, forward. You feel me? It goes this way, that way. And it's all simultaneous. So this is why us as a earthly realm, we don't be understanding shit. That's why people say we don't get everything, because the simple fact that everything's slowed down here, so you can't quite be on every side, which is why we sat here and manifested into two different bodies. Now we see that as needed. The conscious bodies see it as needed, right? If you look at it from how it derived was, we was at one point doing both things, because you as a male got a feminine energy, a female got masculine energy. So that you know we obtain both. It's just we veer towards one side, and so that lets you know we're limited just based on natural, how the fucking environment created us all, or we all created ourselves to be carved out into the environment, or the environment was carved out by us, and so we just participated and went from there on a certain path. Whatever the fuck you want to see it. I got all kind of shit, okay? But say that we get lost in light and think we have something in the external before the internal, right? So that's why I just started explaining. I know what you mean. I was just like, man, word. That's why I don't like words. Mars in the third house, but it's all right. That's what I got. That's what I go through. But look, you gotta know though. And the people that don't get it, or they just seem like, or feel like, oh, that's not really important, or who is he to say that, or something like that. Hey, go to hell, because it's like you better understand your self-worth, and you use astrology, meditating, whatever. Now I'm saying meditating as in you go do that fucking indigenous shit. Whatever you want to do, go in religion. Whatever you want to do, where your ass get some order, morality. Some good moral order, nigga. There we go. Moral order. Because it's Jupiter first, then Saturn. But if you're looking at it backwards, it's Saturn that dictated the times for you to have a morality to even see in those times, type shit. But shout out to Pisces times right now, too. This shit moving fast as hell. But remember, the world we in is just consciousness based on the sun we see as a waking up ability, and we're basically simultaneously making an energy internally and we externalize. Or we're making a world, we're obtaining, where we're sucking in, and then we're making a vision from that. But that's all based on yourself and nothing else. Nobody else that can help that. But the world thinks that just because you did that, the world got to hear about it. So it manifested into everybody talking about their relationship, talking about their business, I'm talking about business as in their drama business, not like their actual business. But sometimes it manifests to that. Their actual business they got to talk about too much. And it's like, nigga, you letting everything be on the forefront where everybody's just going to be eating from you, because the way everybody's programmed based on how actual things happen, like you are supposed to receive and obtain. But the difference is you're supposed to understand both worlds. You know, you got a masculine side, you got a feminine side. So you're only thinking based on what your state of being and your world that you're in is. You're only feeling, you're in an emotional turmoil or emotional vibe all the time, even if it's ups and downs or whatever, based on thoughts that you're letting steer you. So at the end of the day, it's the same shit. We just here on Earth, everything's separate, like I said, manifesting into male and female. Now that's fine, because okay, I need my females and stuff like that, especially my female, okay? But I'm just saying as an example that, bro, we have both worlds within the male and a female. So that means we just got separate over time, and this world is real slow, so mentally and physically. So it'll be like, damn, when we speak, we can't talk about both worlds, basically. We can't speak like it's two different things. We gotta speak like it's one thing, and then the other has to come after, or it's afterwards, and then then whatever came before has to be spoken on. So it's like it's just infinite regress and infinite fucking chaos at that point. So subconscious first, then conscious. We were taught whatever came second was actually first, and whatever was first came second. And so now, whatever you think came first, whatever you think came first, I'm not gonna, but whatever you think came first was actually what was developed out of what came second. So then, she just did the same shit. I'm dead. How you gonna push the perfect button once you smell? So what came second was actually first, and then what came first is second. So now everybody goddamn confused. So yeah, man. So, but always remember the subconscious versus conscious. It's not what you're seeing. So it's not the idea you getting. It's not what is in front of you. It's not even the information you get presented. It's not even the reaction of the information you got for you to think that that information is suitable for you, or that information is suitable for your bias or your feeling at the moment because of what you might have just went through. You feel me? No, because then that means you always gonna be racing for something else because you're not staying within, so you go without. No, you going without so you can go within. There's a such thing as going as without, so within, but there's a such thing as within, so without. And that's what we're living right now because we receive within this realm, and you have it within you. But clearly, the bigger realm outside of us, without, is something that we came secondhand to. So that's the subconscious right there. The conscious is what you see out of it, what you are, what you see out of yourself first. But beyond that, what we all can see right now, if you don't want to get that deep, you can see right now this is what came as the projection. But a lot of the people look at this like the projection is what suited. No, the projection is what developed the subconscious. And it's like, no, the subconscious is what eventually developed the externalism. But this is just using the mind frames of the people that made this world, because when you really get down to it, it's really some other shit. And this is why I kept saying simultaneous, because at the end of the day, I'm still talking and I'm here on Earth. So I gotta say at the same time, because it'll all click to everybody that it is at the same time. How the fuck you separate one from the other? Come here. How the fuck you do that? And you can, but it's flunked out shit. All right, man. It's the reflector. Hit a reflect with y'all choosing the glass. Let me do this before this motherfucking phone over here.